small nation that has a big, big goal that inspired to innovate and make the world a better place. That inspired to innovate and make the world a better place. We shall become the world number one. We shall become the world number one. Smadu.
Alright, viewer, you are most welcome again. We are still learning music, theory and practicals at the same time, and we are calling it Creative Intelligence 2050. We are putting you way ahead of time so that you understand music in a better way and prepare yourself for a very developing, fast developing world. Now, last time we were looking at rhythm, and we introduced quite some number of things in rhythm. And we said rhythm is all about duration. The duration you take on a pitch or on a beat. And we said when it comes to rhythm, it is not necessarily, you can have music without a pitch. You can have music without a pitch. But I'm not sure you can have music without a rhythm. Because I said again, if you make a movement, like if I am conducting, I make some movement, I'm not producing any pitch with my hands. Yet I am demonstrating some rhythm. Okay? There are some times you watch on TV or on some screens, you watch some muted, music. You see people singing, they're dancing. It is muted, you can't hear the sound. But you can almost feel the beat, you can almost feel the rhythm. And the other way also to explain it is that the visually challenged, is it visually? The deaf people, not visual, the deaf people, they don't hear and they don't speak, they don't talk, yet they do music. In fact, in music festivals, they have a category of their own. And even recently on media, you realize they have their own TV, whereby they're enjoying music and they sing using signs. So meaning they do music which doesn't have pitch. So rhythm doesn't have to have pitch for it to be called music. But I'm not sure if you can have pitch without rhythm that can qualify to be called music. Okay? Now, let us demonstrate a little bit more. We said now when it comes to rhythm, you have different durations, which I've been demonstrating in the last two lessons, on a certain duration, longer, medium, and shorter, how you can mix them up and come up with a melody. And we also said there are official technical ways of qualifying and quantifying that. And that is where we introduced the note values, and we also named them. We said that we have what we call a semi-breve, a medium, a crotchet, and a quiver. Right? Now, we are not really exhausting, but we are just laying a foundation of something that needs to be developed later on. Now, we want just to demonstrate how this one works with the music now. Now, for example, my song here, the one that I has just composed in a class here, was going, if I can remember the tune very, was going da 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 da. I'm not sure of my pitch. Let me get it again with the real pitch so that I be singing the right thing. So yeah, I got it. Da 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 da. So I said the first note goes this far, this long. Ta, then the last second two pitches are equivalent. Ta, 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 ta. Now, we'll still come back to that. Just mark that and put it somewhere at the back of your mind. Let's go to the note values there. We have the first note value, which is a semi-breve. The Americans will call it whole note. And we have the medium and we have the crotchet. I'll pick on the crotchet first for some reason. A crotchet is like the natural rhythm we have in life, like the normal pace of life. If you tell people at random anywhere to clap, can you tell them, can we clap as our guest is coming in? There is a rhythm, naturally there is a way they will clap. And that will be I hope I'm right, because sometimes we get used to so many of these things and we assume. But I think if you tell any congregation to clap, they will clap at that particular pace. Even walking, when you see someone is not walking very fast or they are not walking very slowly, normally they walk like. And you can also relate this to so many things. Like a clock ticking is very close to that. It may not be exact. A clock ticking. It's almost the same. Okay? The heartbeat. Yeah? If you listen to your heartbeat somewhere, it's almost the same pace. So I personally call it the normal pace of life. When people are moving at that pace, or clapping at that pace, or singing at that pace, because most songs will relate to that particular pace, especially the hymns. Mark that one very well. That is the crotchet beat, or that is the crotchet pace. Because again, speed in music, we can call it a space or tempo. That is the crotchet beat. So meaning then, if we continue with it, we are having so many crotchets. So what is the crotchet beat? If I would apply to one crotchet, that is a crotchet beat. Now, the other thing you need to learn is that when you have that kind of a beat, if you multiply that regulation by 2, you get a meaning. So crotchet is half of a meaning. So how now do we get a meaning beat? It's just the crotchet beat, you multiply it into 2. So what will I do? I hold the crotchet beat twice as long. So I go 1, 2, 1, 2. Those are 2 crotchet beats, but one of them is silent. I'm holding it for 2 beats. So I go 1, 2, 1, 2. Right? And we do the same for the semi-brief. Then meaning that if one crotchet is half of a meaning, then a meaning is also half of a crotchet, of a semi-brief. Alright? Now, so then, we need 4 crotchets to make one semi-brief. We need 2 crotchets to make one meaning. We need 2 meanings to make one semi-brief. So we need 4 crotchets. That's actually why it's called a quarter note. We need 4 crotchets to make one semi-brief. So I need to clap for a meaning, for a crotchet, and hold it 4 beats to get a semi-brief. How do I do that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Meaning, if I am playing those 3 notes anywhere on an instrument, or even singing, this is how I will do it. And a crotchet again, a crotchet, a meaning, I'm holding it twice. Right? 1, 2. A semi-brief. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. Meaning I'm holding that particular note or sustaining it. Normally in music we use the word sustain. I am sustaining it for 4 crotchet beats. So let me recap a little bit again so that you understand at least about the 3 of them. A crotchet is a normal beat of life, so it will be like a soldier marching. A meaning is just twice as long as a crotchet, so it'll go 1, 2. A semi-brief will be 4 times longer than the crotchet, so it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Now, I think for now, let's just have that understanding. As you digest that, we are going to relate maybe the 3, and we can also demonstrate the 4th one, and we are going to relate it to our music and to the sheet music in the next lesson as we do that. So, for now, just understand that. Try to do some clapping for a crotchet 1. You can do several crotchets, like 10 crotchets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do like 5 meanings, which is equivalent to 10 crotchets. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you do, okay, how many? 2.5 semi-briefs. 1, or you can just say 2 semi-briefs. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I've done 3. But from that you can understand that most of our music today will use so much of the crotchets, a bit of midim, and maybe so much of this other quaver notes, which we'll be looking at next time, but very little of the semi-brief. So with that, we want to round it up for today, and we will see you next time. Thank you so much for following us. May God bless you.